4 years ago, I had the opportunity to co-found Outdoor Opportunities, and basically how it all came about was there was a couple people sitting around a table in our Honors 100 class, Introduction to Honors. It was about the second week of school, and we got on the subject of talking about how we all love the outdoors, and we were sharing some of our favorite outdoor memories. And we looked at each other and said, you know, kids these days don't have that. They don't get outdoors. They're usually playing with their video games, and they don't have the opportunity to get outdoors. They're landlocked, or they might not have the financial resources. So we just all kind of sat there for a couple minutes and pondered over it and said, that's got to change. Let's change that. Outdoor Opportunities today is a nonprofit registered with the state of Michigan. We run after-school programs in the Mount Pleasant district, and we're looking to expand. Currently, we've taught up to about 40 counselors and mentored around 100 kids. Our slogan for Outdoor Opportunities is an investment in the beauty of tomorrow. And to me, I take that really to heart, because it's not just the natural beauty we're trying to protect of the woodlands and all the creatures there and the great waterways that are in our state, but the beauty of the spirit of these children that we work with and the drive and passion they have.
When I first started O2, I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, we have to be crazy to start this. How is this ever going to work? We're just a group of college students. However, after our first semester, I saw the kids out in the local community, and they would wave me over and be like, hey Jake, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while, I miss you. And that was really cool to me, because something that came from a group of college students sitting around a table talking about how we can give back to the local community, how we wanted to do our community service hours, how that became something that was so impactful and so influential in these children's lives. One case in particular stands out to me. It was this little boy who was somewhat socially awkward, and he had a hard time really fitting in with his fellow students. And O2 provided an opportunity for him to just be affirmed and built up with his fellow students, as well as from college students who came and talked to him every week and who just told him, hey, you're this great kid, you have some really cool ideas, and let's just go have fun. I think that's something that a lot of kids can be missing when they're just...
I joined Outdoor Opportunities because when I was a kid, my favorite memories were going up north and camping with my family and fishing with my family. And I thought that it would be nice to give some kids around here the chance to do the same thing if, for whatever reason, their parents don't like to camp or they can't afford to travel and go outside.
The reason I joined O2 is because I was looking for an organization where we could work with kids one-on-one and become sort of like their mentors. And I feel like at O2 you get a really good experience with that. And everyone in the organization is so welcoming that it's easy to feel included.
To me, O2 means friendship. It means getting to know people who are from around CMU, but also getting to know the Mount Pleasant community. I think that O2 is just such a great way to connect with students who are just in the middle schools and things like that, because we are just so removed from them at this point, and so it's a good way to get back in there and to kind of find the joy in childhood.
Did you?
O2 has impacted me because, first of all, it has given me the experience I need to interact with people, and especially children. You have to know how to work with your co-counselors, and you need to know how to interact with children, which I think is very important in the world. O2 has impacted me also because it has given me this family and this support system that really has pushed me to succeed in college.
My favorite experience with O2 was one of the weeks at the schools where we had 7th generation come in and run a program for the kids. I think it was most memorable for me because it was nice to see them bond with some Native American culture, and it was run really well, and I think the kids learned more at that week than probably any other week, and it was good because they were learning and they were doing stuff, and they genuinely seemed interested in what we were giving them.
I would say my most memorable experience is playing dodgeball with the kids at the schools because they were so excited to play and they just had so much fun throwing the dodgeballs at each other, and then at the end we gave them an opportunity to just throw dodgeballs at the staff, which greatly excited them, and they had so much fun just pounding us with the dodgeballs, and they had a great time. It was fun to see them be so active and have so much fun with just interacting with older kids, and it was really cool.
So to me, O2 has just been a reinvigoration of what it means to be alive. Each week we got to go to the schools and see the same bright smiling faces and kids that were so eager to learn. And I can't even express how much I've learned from them just on living life with passion and being a kid. It's really refreshing to go run around and play in a jungle gym and talk to somebody who's a lot younger than you, but maybe a little more wiser.
O2 is a really great organization because it places people in contact with other people who are doing really great things. So if you're in a group on campus and you're around other people who are doing great things, you're getting experience, financially, in terms of marketing, in terms of long-term organizational planning. O2 is just a great organization where you can make friends and where you can build your resume at the same time. In my case, I had a chance to work with the state of Michigan getting O2's nonprofit status. I had a chance to balance ledgers. I had a chance to work with long-term marketing stuff that popped up with O2. And all that stuff is amounts to things that I can put on my resume and really talk about in an interview. So I would recommend O2 to anyone who's interested in getting more involved on campus, almost regardless of whether or not they're interested in actually spending time with kids. Because whether or not you're a kid person, you cannot help but agree that it's really important to foster education and take kids' after-school programming really seriously. So I'm convinced that O2 is a great program, and I think everyone else should be too.
I would definitely recommend O2 to other people, mainly if they enjoy working with younger kids. Elementary age is what we focus on. Definitely if they want to focus on those type of ages, and if they have an interest in the outdoors, either environmental or doing adventure stuff like camping, that's what we like to do, so it's fun to have other people who enjoy that. And also if you're looking for a leadership role, even in just a small RSO or leading kids, that way it's not so intimidating. But having a leadership role is really cool, and also being able to work with the young kids on something that you're interested in, which is the outdoors.
I would recommend O2 to anyone because it is a great organization, and you really get to know an intimate group of people who are passionate about service, passionate about children, and passionate about the outdoors.
And it's been such a blessing to be part of this program and to see it grow from where we've started. We've done 4 programs now. We started with Lighthouse, then to Survivor, then the International Games program, and finally we've culminated with the Power of You, which is a study on how kids see the environment and how we can use games in teaching and mentoring these kids to affect environmental opinions. Our students started off with an overall environmental friendliness score of about a 4, and by the time they were done, it was all the way up to a 6.7, the highest being a 10. So we're impacting change, and it's just great to be a part of this and see what the future generation of leaders are going to bring to us.